emergency
stabbing in
services
Birmingham
as well, including ambulance service, and a number of other stabbings, they say, were also reported. They say that they are aware of a number of injured people, and injured people were tended to by the emergency services. They're not clear exactly what has happened, and say at this stage it would not be appropriate to speculate on the causes of the incident. Also cautioning against getting accounts from this on social media. The latest that we know is that it is a major incident. A number of stabbings have been reported. The police are aware of a number of injured people. We have seen sight of forensic officers on the scene there, and their request to the public to remain calm but to please stay away from the city centre area. There is the forensic officer gathering evidence there. We have no further updates beyond what I can tell you, which is coming to us from West Midland Police, but we will of course be keeping a very close eye on it and be bringing you further updates throughout the morning when we can.
Now, Ireland may be famous for its pubs, but it's now the only country in Europe where bars are still shut. Thousands of jobs have been lost over the nearly 6-month-long shutdown, the longest in the EU.
Gastropubs have been allowed to reopen, but wet pubs that don't serve food remain shut. From Dublin, our Ireland correspondent Stephen Murphy reports.
Business as usual? Not for the majority. Some bars in Ireland are open, those that serve food, but 60% of Irish pubs have been shut for almost half a year. It's the longest pub shutdown in Europe, and in the country most closely associated with the pub. In a rural part of County Kildare, you'll find one of the so-called wet pubs, those that don't serve food. Moon High Cross Inn has had some illustrious visitors in the past. No one can visit now. A family business, owner William Clinch says the pub has already lost 70% of its annual turnover.
It's been extremely tough financially. We've had a bit of cash put aside for rainy days, but that well is kind of running dry now at the minute.
Like many, he can't understand the logic behind pubs that serve food being allowed to open while wet pubs stay shut.
I find that a little bit farcical now, to be honest. What they're really doing there is they're calling our customers irresponsible, and pretty much as well what they're doing is they're saying we can't manage or control the crowd as well.
By that logic, the government does trust Jason Gamble. He runs the popular Searsons pub in Dublin. With a busy kitchen, it's open with restrictions. So does he understand the authorities' logic?
No, not really. No, I don't think people coming in, having dinner and a drink is different to people going into a wet pub and having a drink over the same period of time with the safe social distancing done. It should be able to work for those guys as well.
With solidarity like that, why then are most Irish pubs still closed?
If you think rationally about it, really there's no difference if you're having food or not. I suppose the only difference is that maybe the food will slow down the amount of alcohol going into your system and may slow down that loss of inhibition to an extent. If we can trust bars to open and follow guidelines as they're supposed to do, as restaurants and gastropubs are doing for the most part, then there's no real reason why bars shouldn't be allowed to open.
They say you can find an Irish pub in pretty much any city in the world. The one place where you'll struggle to find an Irish pub open is here in Ireland, and it's the uncertainty of that situation which frustrates publicans the most.
It's affecting us a lot mentally. Like, again, it's the stress, a lot of stress. Then there'll be financial stress as well, from the business as well. Like, another couple of months of this, and we're not sure how long we can sustain it.
Some pubs have already decided they can't sustain it. These are just 2 Dublin pubs that have announced they're closing for good. The government has unveiled a range of grants. Publicans derided it as inadequate. It's expected a roadmap for reopening the pubs will be announced later this month. But for some small businesses, it could be too late. Stephen Murphy, Sky News in Dublin.
Now, for the first time in 6 months, dancers from the Royal Ballet have been back on stage this weekend for a socially distanced charity gala, which organisers hope will be a catalyst.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that, guys and girls.
After
You
months
want to
of
watch more
bedroom-
about this news, check it out online or any other news channel. Thank you for joining me. See you next one. Peace. See you again.